Hey guys, welcome back to RC Legends, and as always, thanks so much for clicking on today's video. So, we have a car to show you. It's not mine, but it's one of those videos, and there's going to be a few coming up, where my good friend Dennis has let me borrow some cars just to make content with and show you guys cars I haven't got. And this one's got a little bit of a story to it, actually. So, yeah, as the normal arrangement is with Dennis, he, when Dennis's brother, Ken, goes to visit Dennis, Dennis gives him the cars, he drives back, and I'm like 15 minutes away from Ken. I go pick the cars up, make the videos, drop them back off, and then next time Ken's visiting Dennis, he drops the cars back. So that's the arrangement, and it's awesome. So Dennis has dropped off a box of 3 cars, and so I'll do 3 separate videos, but this is the first one. Now, what's a little bit more, well, a bit special about this one is this isn't Dennis's car either. So massive, first of all, a big shout out and thank you to Dennis and Ken for doing this for me, and also a massive shout out to Michael if you're watching. I've dealt with Michael many times, mainly for I got my brand new TRF 503 from Michael. I did a trade years ago for a all singing all dancing DBO2 Leonis and all the hop ups. Great guy Michael. Anyway, Dennis found this car on Marketplace on Facebook, I believe. Michael was desperate for it. Michael's in the US, Dennis is obviously in Canada. So Dennis bought the car for him, and then he asked Michael, would you mind just hanging on if Glenn could make a video about it? And Michael went, yeah, no props. How cool's that? So yeah, Michael, if you're watching, thank you. It's massively appreciated. So yes, it's obviously the Team Associated RCT. Oh my God, start again. Team Associated RC10 B64. Out and out high-end race car from Team Associated. Now, don't get hung up on the Tamiya wheels and tyres. I fitted them. This car's pretty much, I don't know if it's brand new, but it's pretty mint. So I don't even know if it's ran. It might be a new build, I don't know. But it didn't have wheels and tyres on it. So just for the purpose of this video and kind of, for me, I don't like to see cars with no wheels and tyres on. So I just dug these out and fitted them and put my wheel nuts on. And also, because it's got orange on the body, the Evo orange wheels they go with it. But yes, they're not the right wheels and tyres for the car, just in case. Save you putting that in the comments. So yeah, purpose of this video is we'll just get the camera over and have a close-up look at it in case you've never seen one. Yeah, let's do that now. Right, let's have a look at this thing. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I think it looks bloody cool with orange wheels, with the orange on the paintwork. Looks rather damn cool, I think. I also quite like what whoever did the body shell attempted. It's kind of paint splats, and it looks bloody cool actually. I really like that design. That's something I'd like to try in the future myself. Anyway, this is about the car, isn't it? Not the paintwork, but yeah, it looks cool. I always like the rear wings painted as well, and I know you don't do that on race cars. I get it. It's like a rule of thumb. You leave them transparent. You kind of can put decals on if you want, but you generally don't paint them because they get a bit battered. But yeah, I like them painted. So I guess the most important bit is let's have a look what's under the hood. I love these shocks. So nice. Feel really smooth. And there we have what the chassis looks like. Let's see if I can put the camera down. So this again has got some bits on that are not standard to the kit, I believe, but again I've not taken the time to read what Dennis said. So I'm sure one of you guys and girls, or a few of you, will point out what's not standard on this. But yeah, really nice piece of kit. So obviously at first glance you could see the lovely alloy chassis, plastic side rails, carbon front and rear shock towers. Got all that blue aluminium. So this car has 2 options. This is fitted with a centre diff, but you can also get take the diff out and put a slipper clutch in there as well, depending where you're racing. Nice little carbon plate here as well. There's actually some carbon plates elsewhere, but I'll show you. Might have to take a wheel off to show you that. But yeah, you get the gist of it. Very, very nice thing. And as I say, the condition of it is absolutely tip top, isn't it? Let's whiz the wheels off, and I want to sort of have a closer look at the different bits. Right, I think because I don't really know anything about these cars, we'll just get the bits in camera that interest me. So starting at the front, got a shock tower. Look how thick it is. Those Team Associated shocks are absolutely class. So nice. Then you obviously got your front sway bar. Look at these drive shafts. I love the colour of them as well. Really, really nice looking. So there's a little bit of carbon. Oh, it's not carbon. Okay, sorry, that's not camera. I thought these little plates here were carbon. But they're not. It's like an FRP or something. Very cool. So again, I don't know, but that steering has it's got alloy bell cranks, or crank by the looks of it. Yeah, don't know if that's from the kit, not sure. And obviously this tie rod's in the wrong position. That should be going underneath the chassis because the servo goes here. But I'm not going to take it off because it's not my car. But yeah, you get how the steering works. That feels really smooth and very precise as well. Some nice blue there, isn't there? So as I say, this has got a centre diff as opposed to the that's the centre diff spinning. I don't know, I think it depends on where you race these things, to whether you use centre diff or slipper clutch. I'm not up on it enough to understand that, but yeah, very cool. All feels lovely as well. So obviously, in case you don't know, this is set up for a 2S shorty pack. Goes there, and then your motor goes here, servo here, and then it's got you this space at the front for your speed controller. Big chassis brace going down the middle. Have you noticed as well, everything, all the alloys in the right positions? You know, look at that, front and back holding the front arms on. If I spin it round, same on the rear. Just got everything in the right place. I was like what we Tamiya buffs do with like silly TTO2Bs and stuff, where we do them all up and we add these bits. Your high-end kits come with everything you need. So much travel on that rear as well. God, it feels great. Again, really substantial carbon rear shock tower. Very nice. Look at those prop shafts. Yeah, very nice. Although it's not something I want in my collection, it is nice to get your hands on one and sort of feel it and the weight of it. I always remember, I'll talk about it at the end of this video, but I was lucky enough to race one of these, my friend Peter's car, round indoor carpet track, and to me personally now, that's got quite a fair bit of weight in it, as it is. You imagine adding your electrics, electronics, batteries, motor, speedo and all that stuff. I always remember, and the wheels and tyres obviously, I always remember when I picked his up to put it on the track, I was like, that is so heavy, but it's the actual weight of it that makes it handle better. Certainly on the jumps and bits like that. Yeah, so cool. Rear sway bar as standard. You got those blocks, they change. Put your different ones in for your different toe in, toe out angles. Is it toe in or is it camber? Yeah, it's toe in, isn't it? And you can see that's got some serious, if I'll put that straight, if you look at the angle of that rear arm, that's really towing the rear in. Again, that's, I would imagine this is just standard setup, I would guess, for whoever built it, probably just built it to the manual spec, which is probably good enough to get, well, more than good enough to get you started. So yeah, I guess that's about as much as I can show you, to be honest. Right, put the wheels and tyres back on just to make the outro now. Yeah, it's growing on me in looks, you know, because of the kind of matching wheels. Again, that's just me being a little bit nerdy, but I'm kind of glad I got the wheels on just for the purpose of this video because it looks kind of cool. Yeah, that's not a bad looking thing at all. So I think you'll agree, I hope you'll agree, it's a pretty darn cool car, isn't it? If you're a racer. Not something I would have in my collection. It's a little bit more modern for me, I guess. But I have had the luxury of running one of these, so a big thank you and shout out to Peter if you're watching. Yeah, I got the privilege to take Peter's B74 around the indoor carpet track, and yeah, pretty special. Now, considering at the time, I think on that particular time, I had three or four different cars running round, and I was getting used to them, and then this was a fifth one on top, and Peter's cars obviously was completely foreign to me, different radio gear, different electrics. But even with all that said, you know, I wasn't great with it, but you could feel as you were driving it round the quality and the kit and how planted it was. Yeah, really top notch. Just one of them things, high-end race cars, you buy them to do what it says on the tin. There's not a great deal of setup needed. Build it to the standard manual and it's going to be pretty much good to go straight onto the racetrack. And then from there you can make your own mods to how you want these things to run. So yeah, yes, very cool. So yeah, just a short video. But again, for me personally, it's always nice just to show stuff on this channel that are a little bit different. And more importantly, you know, without these guys doing this, I wouldn't show this kind of stuff because I wouldn't have that in my collection. So it's a win-win for everyone, to be honest. So yeah, again, thank you to Dennis, Ken, Michael, and Peter. If you're watching, my friends, very much appreciated. Now, Michael, you're not getting these wheels and tyres. Just and the wheel nuts are mine as well, okay? No wheel nuts came with it, just so you know. I'm putting this on video, so it's like a statement. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what you do with it, Michael, once it's arrived with you. Anyway, that's it, my friends. Leave in the comments what you think. If you got one, do you want one? Give the video a thumbs up. I don't know, you know, all that good stuff. I'll just shut up. As always, my friends, yeah, I know. Happy RCing.